gonna wait a few minutes to get started so some people can hop on. However, if the lighting is bad or you're having a hard time hearing me, just let me know below so I can adjust that for you guys. I am using natural lighting right now instead of my studio lights, as you can tell, that are sitting behind me, because I'm trying to, I guess, get a better look and like more laid back of a setting than sitting there in behind studio lights. So if it gets too hard to see me or the colors are too hard to see, then let me know and I will adjust it accordingly. So give me 1 second. I'm just gonna wait for a couple people to come on, but I am reviewing and doing a look with the new Morphe 35i Icy Fantasy palette. This palette is $25. I believe though I got it for like $22.50 if I'm not mistaken. Hello, Candy. So I had like a discount code. I'm pretty sure I used like Trend Moods discount code or something like that. But so I got this with actually a bunch of other things. I got it with Jaclyn Hill's highlighter stuff and the P. Louise base primer, which I'm also going to use today, but I will not be using the Jaclyn Hill stuff. That's actually going to be an actual video. So if you are interested in seeing my thoughts on those, just make sure you stay tuned. So again, I am doing the best that I can space-wise, because if you're not new here, then you know that I have a very, very tiny room. So I know it looks like crazy big when you look at like my actual videos, because I have like my background, it looks like it's all like spaced out and set up. But it's really not as big as you think it is. It's actually pretty tiny, and I just, you know, work with what I have. So in a few minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with this palette. I do wanna wait a few minutes just to allow everyone to hop on. But as you're waiting, you can, if you want to, ask me some questions. I'm trying to figure out how to get these here, because I am still, anyone know how to get my comments to pop up so I can see you guys? I don't know, we'll have to take a look. But so I'm still filming, or not filming, I'm still doing my lives on my phone because I do not have a camera for live streaming yet and a capture card, which I'm actually working on getting. I think I'm gonna do the M50, the Canon M50, but I'm not really certain. So if you guys have a preference or one that you think is better for live streaming, then let me know. Obviously, I'm not spending thousands of dollars. So if it's too crazy expensive, I'm gonna have to pass on that. But we're just gonna wait a few minutes while we sit here and talk. So go ahead and send me some comments. I just wanna wait for some people to come on before we get started, but I will give it a few minutes. How's everybody's Saturday going? What are you guys doing? Anything fun? I did nothing. I did shopping. I actually went grocery. I was actually really productive actually today. I went grocery shopping. I went to TJ Maxx, and I actually have a few things from TJ Maxx I'm going to show you in here too. I went to TJ Maxx, I went shopping, I went to Kid to Kid, which is like a consignment shop for children in my area. I really, really love it. And I got the baby like a ton of sleepers for $1 a piece. So that was really, really exciting. And then my brother and his girlfriend will be coming over later for dinner, and that's actually why I'm doing my live now and not at 7 p.m. like I usually do. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and get started then with the makeup. So I have already put my primer down and I've already done my eyes, but I'm going to use the P. Louise base, and I got number 4 for my eyelids, and I'll go ahead and tell you guys how much that cost on Morphe's website. Uno momento for that. I've heard nothing but like really good things about this, so I was like, I'm gonna try it. And like for the longest time I didn't try it. I was just like, it's not that serious, I have concealer. But I've heard really, really good things. I wanted to get the white one, but I got this one. I know they have colorful ones and everything, but I got one that's just closest to my skin tone. So this is base number 4, and it was $15. So I'm gonna put just a little on my hand. I never do too much at once. Like, I know you guys see the Instagram videos and stuff where people are like squeezing out a crap ton of products, but you really don't want to do that because it's fairly wasteful. So I just do a little bit at a time, and if I need more, then I will obviously go in for some more. So I'm gonna take a super thin flat brush, and this is actually an old brush from Bare Minerals, and I just love it because I use it to clean up my eyebrows because it's so thin and flat, but it's not like angled or anything like that. So it's easy to use, and I'm gonna work this in here. I love consignment shops. I have 3 boys and I take decent amount of money taking their clothes that they outgrow and always find the cutest stuff. Yes, they have so much stuff. I know a lot of people, Candy, who will take their clothes there, but unfortunately my children, I don't know how people get their children to keep their clothes so clean so that they can take them to consignment shops, because my kids destroy their clothes. Like, they have such awesome clothes, but they destroy them, so I can't really resell them because they're not worth reselling. But I know a lot of moms who take them to kid and they get a decent amount of money for it. But it is like one of my favorite places to shop. And when I was younger, and me and my husband, we weren't married at the time, we had our son. I was young and I was like, I'm not gonna use used stuff, and I wanted everything new for him and for his bedroom. And as you get older, and now that I'm on my 4th child, it becomes like, okay, whatever, I don't care, as long as it keeps her warm and she's taken care of. I don't care if it's used. So like a lot of the baby stuff is from consignment shops, and I kind of feel like a little bad because I feel like my son definitely got the best of everything. But like I said, as a new mom versus a mom who already has like more than 1 kid, you just learn those things as you get older. So this one is actually one of all the packages. No, I still think that the 35L packaging, the Hit the Lights palette, was way more stunning than this, but I did really love the pastel colors in this, and it's just such a cute package. So when you open it up, it slides everywhere. I have swatched some of these on my TikTok. So obviously you get all the names here, and I will do my best to tell you guys what they are, but I don't really keep them. Someone told me that I should glue it here so I still have the names, but the problem is then I gotta sit there and go, okay, that one, 1, 2. I don't want to do that. That's too much work. If they could just put their names on the palette, I wouldn't have to do all that. So here is the palette, and I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, so the lighting's not too bad. You can see those colors really well. So I am obsessed with almost this entire row here up to like here. These pastel colors are so bomb. I will say when I swatched all of these, the mattes are super chalky and have a lot of fallout, but you're gonna get that because they're very pigmented. And then if you come over here to like these, I'm loving, like these shimmers are really nice. This shimmer right here, this green one, it kind of tricks you because it's more like a topper than it is an actual like metallic. So for instance, this one is a metallic. See how much more pigmented that is? This one is more of a topper than it is. See that? This is an actual metallic, this is a topper. But these colors and formulas, I love it. I absolutely love it. So we're gonna start our spring look. The reason I decided to do a spring look is because I'm really getting sick and tired of it being cold. 1 minute the weather is like 60 degrees, and then the next minute it's like freaking 29, and I'm like, I've had enough. So I've decided to make a change. So we are gonna go, I think I'm gonna go in these greens and blues for my top, and then I think I'm gonna go in with one of those coral pinks for my under eye and do a green and pinky spring look. I guess we'll see how that goes. Maybe, possibly. I might not be doing that. See, so it does have a little bit of fallout, but let's see. Okay, let's try that again. So there's color on there. Oh, are you kidding me? What the crap? Okay, let me try a different brush. Maybe it's me. Let me clear this one to make sure there's nothing on there. I'm gonna go back into that green one. I put the base on. Hello, Sherry. So this brush did a little bit better, but I still feel like I'm not getting the pigment I thought I would be getting. So I'll go ahead and swatch that for you. Oh, like it looks very pigmented, so I don't know what's happening or why it is not coming up. I'm trying to get my mirror here a little bit closer. Let's dig in a little bit deeper. So you're definitely going to have to work with these colors for sure, because that's giving me nothing. Like this is pissing me off really bad. I don't know. I've seen so many people do so many beautiful looks with this palette. So I don't know, like on Instagram, there's a crap ton of pictures showing how stunning and beautiful and pigmented this is. And I'm starting to think that they freaking photoshopped their photos, because this is not, it's definitely coming off a little bit more pigmented than what is showing on camera. Oh my God. Why does it look like that? It doesn't even look like green. Blue, but like ashy as shit. All right, well, we're gonna go with it. We're gonna keep going. That's what this is for. First impressions, makeup tutorial, review. I just feel like I'm gonna have to really put a lot of color into this because it's not going to be as pigmented as I wanted. Like even looking, so I'm looking at my iPad at my own video, and I'm telling you, like the color is gross. It doesn't look green. No, see, it's supposed to be like this greeny color, this greeny blue color. And it doesn't look like either of those. And like, I'm getting a lot of fallout. I don't know if you guys can catch that, but you can't tap these off. So you know how you usually tap to get the excess off? You don't have to do that with these, because if you do that, you're basically gonna put nothing on your eye. Too many Facetune, their pics. I know, Candy, I hate it, because you sit here and you think that this is gonna be such a beautiful palette, and then it turns out to be like this. Completely and utterly outrageous. Like, I am starting to get a lot more color now that I'm like, you know, you've seen me go over this like 6 times. I shouldn't have to dip my brush into a pan 6 times to get color. I'm sorry, that's not okay. Not okay at all. So we're gonna go into the other. I'm not gonna tap it. I'm gonna keep that color on there to just try to make it quicker of a build up, because I feel like we're gonna be here for 6 years. Look at that. This is disappointing. I really was excited for this palette because it was so pretty, and like all of the pictures, like I said, I've seen, they look so good. Like, I'm not kidding. Go to Instagram and type in hashtag 35i palette, and you will see these photos of like these stunning, look, I'll go on my freaking Instagram right here and I'm gonna show you like this. I'm so mad. And I just want to go on all their Instagrams and be like, you're a liar. You're a liar. Why did you lie to me? Because this palette is crap. All right, hold on. 35i palette. I wonder if using a white base would help. I have a light color. Let me see. But I want to show you these photos. Like, look at this. I don't know who that is, but she's full of it, because we're using the same color blue, and my blue is not coming off like that. But I think you're right. Let me try to do a lighter one and see. I don't have a white, but I do have a super, super pale Morphe concealer. So then, I'm sorry guys, I have a super pale Morphe concealer that might pick it up a lot better. Let's see. You might be onto something. It might be my problem and not a their problem, but I'm starting to think that this palette is bullwinkles. All right, so I'm gonna see how light that one is. This one is way lighter than the P. Louise base. I just really like that base, so I was hoping to be able to try it more with a pigmented color, but we're gonna go in with it being white. Oh my. Let's not get this on my brows though, because I'm trying to have jacked up eyebrows. Okay, so we have, I mean, it's not white, but it's about as white as I'm gonna have. I don't really have any lighter colors than this. So I'm just trying to make sure it's like on there. I don't want it too cakey, I feel like. So I'm really gonna cake it on there so that way I have a super, super thick base and it might hold on to that color a little bit more. So with pigmented or like really light pastel colors, you have to have a thick base, which I had a really thick base, but it was not a light thick base. It was kind of like a tan color. So I don't know if on camera it looks super white, but it is super white on my skin tone. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe that so it's not all over my face and I don't look silly. All right, now we're gonna go back into that blue, see what happens. Okay. We got a little something here. It's not really, still not as pigmented as I thought. And we're going in twice. Number 2 here. And we're not topping off, so there's a decent amount of product on this brush. I like frantically, does anyone else really appreciate the fact that I just like had a complete anxiety attack about this palette. Like, look at the color difference from just that, putting that whiter like base color on. The problem is though, it's still not really giving me what I want. You're not working! I can still feel, can you guys see the color better on this one? I don't feel like I can see the color better on this one. I feel like it's actually worse. Probably because I went in 16 times. Yes, it's super light. So which one is better? This one with the light concealer or this one with the P. Louise? Because this one looks like it's more pigmented than this one. This looks like really, really light. But it is a pastel, so we're gonna work with it. It's what we're doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring that down because I'm gonna be putting that green on the lid, that shimmery green. All right, and now I'm gonna go in. I'm so used to like being not impressed. Me either, Sherry. Me either. Like this palette is such, I'm so mad right now. Like, it's not even funny. And thank goodness, you know, I only paid $22 for it, but hello, that's $22 of my money that I'm not gonna get back because I decided to freaking follow Instagram videos. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on this eye too, just so it's both light. Like, I want them to come out the same way. The one with the lighter base makes the color look more pastel, yeah. I just wish I had more pigment. Yeah, I'm actually going to have to call my husband up here in a minute because, oh no, I can. My brother just messaged me and I'm like, I don't have anything to message her back with because I'm using my phone. But I actually have my iPad up here. So now I have to, okay, so now we have a base on both eyes. I'm excited for the new Too Faced palette. Ooh, they're coming out with another palette? Speaking of Too Faced, I want to show you guys, look what I found at TJ Maxx. Look at these. So this is the pineapple one, the sparkling pineapple eyeshadow palette. I got this for $14.99. And this is the Fresh Glow Translucent Powder in Do Me, or Do You. Do Me is from Jaclyn. And this is Translucent Radiant Pearl, and this was $9.99. I was super excited to see those. So we're gonna try to get this color to get over here the best that we can. So bear with me. I feel like because it's just not working out the way that I wanted it to. Do you guys ever feel that way? Like as soon as something starts to not work out, you kind of just like give up on all of it. Like at this point, why am I even bothering? Fix some stuff. My TJ Maxx, Sherry, just redid like their whole makeup section. And there is so much stuff. And I will tell you, if you guys have seen my previous rants and hauls from TJ Maxx, like it's so dirty and gross. They've actually cleaned up their whole makeup area. It was so neat and clean. I was so excited to be there. So much new makeup. I got some NARS foundation. They had so much stuff. And the NARS foundation I paid like $9 for. Sherry, do you like the Too Faced palette? I have the berry one too. So I opened up the berry one to take a look at it, and I just felt like I have so many that are really kind of berry colored, and I don't really go to those colors very often. But with the pineapple one, I felt like I really do go towards more of the gold natural colors. Also, I'm gonna look up on my Instagram right here the new Too Faced haul that you were just mentioning because I want to see it. I haven't seen it. I didn't even know they had a new palette coming out. Do we know what it is gonna look like? Are you sure it was the Too Faced palette, Sherry, and not a different company? I still have everything Too Faced. Yeah, I think they have pretty good products. I did not like their diamond highlighter I got in my boxy trim. I won't lie. It was not very pigmented. It's just not the bam that I'm looking for. I think that for someone who wears a more natural look, it's gonna look a lot better. They're gonna like it a lot more. But for me, it just wasn't my thing. I don't see a new palette for, here we go, by the way, for the 19th time trying to get this color. They have new highlighters too. Oh, I have not seen that. Unless you're talking about the diamond highlighters. I was not a big fan of that one. But, so we're going in for the 18th time trying to put this blue on our face. Too Faced is supposed to be canceled, but what brand isn't at this point? Oh, I know. We're in such a world of just canceling things. It's just like, I'm over it. I really don't care for the drama. I just care for the makeup. If I like makeup, I like makeup. You know, I don't think I've ever decided to stop shopping at a brand for any reason other than I don't like their products. Now, I understand that people have issues with Too Faced and whatever that drama might be, but I just don't really like to fill my bubble with that kind of stuff. Like, I don't. If I find something that I like from Too Faced, then I do. If I don't, then I don't. I don't care about the owner. I don't care about the scandals. None of it. Just like the whole Jaclyn Morphe whatever issues. I'm gonna get the new Jaclyn Hill palette. I think it's looking nice. Definitely looks, yes. But look how much of this, I don't know if you can see it because I'm recording on a camera, not a phone, not actual camera. This is like dug in. Like dug in. I think it's an all neutral palette. Ooh. So for me, right, I'm here for the products. Exactly. 100% Candy. It's just for me, I didn't join YouTube to do drama because if that's what I wanted, I'd be watching drama channels. I'd be creating a drama channel, and that's just not what I'm here for. I'm here for the makeup. If I like the makeup, I like it. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna buy it. Like, I don't care. Now, obviously, everyone has their own opinion. I would never say that anyone else's opinion is wrong because everyone can think for themselves. So if you don't like Too Faced or whoever else, then you don't, and let that be that. But I don't like when people come to my channel and they're like, that person's canceled or that company, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear it. Take that negativity somewhere else because that's not what I'm here for. And that's not what my channel is. Like, I don't mean to be bossy, but some stuff I'm not lenient on. So I'm going to go into this shimmery color, which is very similar to this one. And I'm going to place that on my lid. Hopefully this one is a little bit better, because it is more of a metallic. Basically, like, a whole lot of people are really over the whole Jaclyn Hill thing, and that's fine. But I'm excited to try the palette. I know that I'll probably wind up giving it away just because I have so many palettes that are very similar. But I'm super excited to try it. I mean, I love freaking eyeshadow. What do you guys think about her new palette? Do you think you're gonna get it? Do you think you're gonna pass? I do love the colors. The oranges, they just speak so many things to me. I love orange. Like, orange is just such a beautiful color. Okay, why do I feel like this is not turning out how I wanted it to at all? It looks so much better in my mirror than it does on my camera. So stay tuned because I'll post a picture onto Instagram so you guys can see the actual look instead of like the yellowed out look that you're getting, because it's really not this bad. You're passing. Yeah, I do know a lot of people are passing, and that's fine. Like, if you guys don't like it, then you know what I mean? It is what it is. You don't even have to like her, really. But I just want to review it, and I want to play with it, and I'm all about trying Morphe stuff simply because they are so affordable. I want to give you guys, like, the best options and alternatives to, like, expensive makeup. So the only thing, I feel like some of those colors are kind of repetitive from her Vault collection. Like, if you think about it, like the purples and stuff, what was that? I have the Vault, I gave it to my daughters. Gosh, I don't know what it was called, but there was like a whole like purple one, and like some of the golds look like they're from it. So for me, it's like, I could give or take, but more than likely I'm going to buy it because I have a problem. So I'm still trying to go in here to this shimmer. It does look like it's laying down pretty nice, but it's not very pigmented, so I think this one is also a topper. So what I'm probably gonna do is go back in with that matte color. Like, look at that color. That's what that color is supposed to look like. This is what it's coming off on my eyes as. I look ridiculous. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pop this on the lid. I know I just put shimmer on, crazy, but I want it to be. So we're gonna go right over this shimmer as if we did nothing. And I'm gonna cover the lid with that same pastel minty green blue, just so we have a thicker base. And then I'm gonna go in with the metallic-y shimmer topper and see if I can get it to have a little more color then. Still nothing. I hate this palette. I'm sorry. I don't like to use the H word a lot, but I absolutely, positively, maybe my years of doing makeup have just failed me and I'm just doing it wrong, but this palette is not what I thought it was gonna be, and I'm kind of sad because it's really, really pretty, but honestly, I'm gonna throw it out the window. Oh, it's the 35i, the Icy Fantasy from Morphe. I'm just having a rough time. But like all the girls on Instagram look so pretty with this palette. It's gotta be Photoshop. And I get it, like photoshopping your photos for Instagram, and you have to kind of. But if you're getting to the point that you're photoshopping them to the fact that you're now lying to me, I'm thinking the palette's like bomb, and I get it, and it looks like this. So I'm gonna close this up and start working on my face, and then I'm gonna pop that pink in. I think once I get everything kind of going, but it's gonna turn out okay. So I never judge it 100% by what it looks like before my lashes and stuff are on, because that always looks different after that, right? So I did get a NARS foundation also at TJ Maxx for $9.99. This isn't originally, I don't know, I'm shaking it without pulling it out. This is originally like $49 foundation. So I'm hoping it looks pretty close to my color. We're gonna see how it works. It's kind of runny. Also, I put on the e.l.f. putty primer today. So that's already on my face. We're gonna go in with a beauty blender. Okay, it's a little yellow. Man, I'm over today for makeup products. Okay, it's not terrible now that I'm blending it down to my neck. So that's pretty exciting. I will tell you that the shimmer that I put here had a bit of fallout, because now that I'm like working on my face, I can really see it. I love this foundation. Have you guys ever used this foundation from NARS? This is the All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation, semi-matte. Shake well. I did that. But this looks really nice. Don't mind the texture. I do have some gross texture going on. Still trying to figure out what's happening to my face, but I don't know. I like how it feels. It's not very full coverage, which is kind of different for me because I'm usually like full coverage 100% all the way. But I'm not mad at this. I like this and I like how it feels. So I definitely might have to go and get some more of this foundation. They had several bottles of this shade, but I don't want to get too many because the problem is I do that all the time and then I waste the product because I won't use it. What do you guys think? Does it look okay on my skin? I mean, I think it's a little yellow. Like I could probably go like a shade lighter or same shade, different undertones, because I'm more of a neutral undertone and this is definitely more of a warm peachy undertone. I don't know, I'm liking this. So we're doing this and then we're gonna go back obviously to the eyeshadow. But again, like I said, I have gotten a lot of makeup lately that I have to do reviews on for my channel, but I want to start doing some reviews live with you guys so you guys can see my like 100% unedited, unfiltered freaking, I guess, like reaction. And just believe me that my reactions are usually just as exciting as this one. I just edit it out of my videos so I don't look as dumb. Like I just got so upset over my eyeshadow palette. Some things are just really upsetting, you know what I mean? I think it looks nice. Thank you. I really like this foundation because I've been having a lot of issues with my skin. I will tell you guys, if you've not seen my new video, I will link it up here once I edit this and upload it as a video. My BoxyCharm video, I started back up with BoxyCharm and I got $107 face cream, like a sleeping mask. And I almost lost my crap when I found out it was $107. And now I'm really upset about it because I really genuinely like it. Like it feels so freaking nice. So that's a problem because now I have to buy it again if I run out. But it is really nice. Like I've gotten actually quite a few compliments on my skin the next day because of how like radiant and just dewy my face looked. Just gonna give that a little spritz because I wet it earlier and it got a little dry. All right, and I'm using Kylie concealer under the eye. It is one of my favorite concealers. It's kind of lightweight, but you can really build it to be higher. And I like that she has so many different color options that I can mix and match them if I need to. I have quite a few. I think I have like 10 of them that I wear for different things. So I do like it better than the ColourPop one. I just recently got more of the ColourPop ones. But I feel like the ColourPop's a little bit too full coverage for me. I don't really care for too full of coverage under my eye because I think it starts to look really cakey because I have a lot of creasing under there. A lot of lines. And I'm also going to be trying a new setting powder today, so it won't let me down. because I'll be upset. It's a Too Faced one I got from TJ Maxx. So you guys are getting a TJ Maxx haul slash Morphe review slash makeup tutorial. I love this concealer. I'm pretty certain it's like $20 though, which really sucks, but it is so good because it's so lightweight, but it can also be built up. Like if you like that more full coverage look, you can have that. I just don't prefer that because I am so dry and I have so much texture. It doesn't look good having too much under the eye. Like if you noticed, I did not put a lot of concealer or a lot of foundation under here either because I knew that I was going to put concealer there as well. Like I don't use a lot of concealer. I don't know why. I don't draw 60 shapes on my face. I just use the amount I need for what I need. Everyone's face is different, so some people, you know, might be lucky enough that they have perfect friggin' skin and they can just put on whatever, but I don't have that option because I have horrible. All right, so this is the new translucent powder I want to try. Translucent Radiant Pearl by Too Faced Do You Fresh Glow Translucent Setting Powder. And I think it was supposed to come with a sponge, but yeah, obviously someone stole the sponge. So I'm gonna use my own little puff. Have you guys, speaking of puffs, have you guys tried the new Tati sponges? What's going on with those? Do we like those? Are we buying those? Because I feel like see how I'm doing this right here? I could just go in here with a puff that cost me like $1, you know what I mean? And then just do the same thing, but I don't think I like this setting powder. Okay, so here's the problem. The setting powder is making under here, it looks pink. I don't think you guys can see that on, no, we're done with that. We are done with that. That's gonna be a no for me. So we're gonna go into the Milk Makeup Blur and Set, which is my all-time favorite. Pink going on over here. I'm gonna try to cover it with a little bit of this concealer left on the sponge. All right, so today is definitely a makeup fail. Can we just talk about that? 'Cause I'm sad. When I have a bad makeup day, or like my makeup doesn't work, or the products that I have spent money on don't work, it just really ruins my mood. So this is actually one of my favorite setting powders. This is the Milk Makeup Blur and Set, and literally it is so good. I don't feel like I'm dry or gross underneath, and it just does enough mattifying to where it makes everything look smooth, but it doesn't dry everything out, if that makes sense. I love the Peach Perfect Loose Setting Powder. Ooh, is that by Too Faced too, Liz? I'm not buying it, LOL. The Blendiful just didn't speak to me. No, me either. That concealer looks beautiful. I already got that. I want to try the Melt Powder. I have heard it is good. You're talking about the one by Melt Cosmetics, right? I'm gonna try it because I love setting powder. My favorite drugstore powder is the Revlon Candid. High-end would have to be Laura Mercier. So I have those. I do have the Laura Mercier ones. I don't surprisingly have really anything that's drugstore. And it's not that I don't like it. I've just never really come across anything that I like. So if you guys have like recommendations for drugstore products, please shoot them my way because I will try them. So it is Too Faced. I'm gonna try that peach one then. And it's a setting powder. It doesn't have like color in it because this Too Faced one definitely had color to it. Like it looked like I was putting on like a light shimmery pink, and I'm not about that life. I don't want under here to be pink. So now I'm gonna go in with my bronzer, and I picked my favorite bronzer. I love Laura Mercier powder as well. So I have the translucent and then I have the brightening powder. So I got them in the small ones because I wanted both. But I definitely, if you can tell, I prefer the brightening powder. So I'm actually gonna put some of that on. Thanks for reminding me, ladies. What would I do without you guys? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some of the brightening powder on just to give it a little bit of a touch up here. So what is the newest product coming out that you guys wanna see me review? Is there something that you're really looking forward to getting, but you don't want to buy unless you know it's good? What are we thinking? Because I'm starting to honestly look at makeup and be like, oh, I have that. No, it's translucent. I think now. Not sure if Sephora still has it. I'll check out their website. I don't mind trying it. If it's good, it's good. So I'll go to their website. Plus, I like shopping online. I am an online shopper. It's just what I like to do, and when I get bored, that's what my go-to. So I'm going to use this Morphe angled brush, which by the way cost me like $5. This is like the cheapest Morphe brush ever that's stained. But literally, it does, the hairs come out a little, I will tell you that. But it's one of my favorite brushes and has been for a good like 4 years. I will never let this brush go. I love it so much. It's just so perfect the way that it goes. Like I've tried so many different brushes and I always come back to this one. And I'm using Almond from Kylie Cosmetics from her bronzers. What are they called? Kai bronzers or something? Everything's Kai something. Me too. I love that one. Online shopping. Yeah, it definitely gets me in trouble. Because the problem is when you're in the store shopping, you have a little bit more control because you look at it and you're like, oh my God, my cart is full. Okay, I'm not buying anymore. I'm obviously spending a crap ton of money. But the problem with online shopping is you don't have that physical. So there could be like 30 things in your cart and you're just like, you don't even know because you can't see them. So to you, they're basically not there and you're just like, yep, doing it. I know. I have such a problem. Online shopping is literally my enemy. But the only problem is, I will tell you, a lot of the times, I really like to go shopping too because I like the gratification of having the product in my hand. So when I found out, like, so I'm a big Kylie fan. I know a lot of you know that if you're not new on here. And I'm a fan of most of her products. Let me rephrase that. And I was kind of disappointed. Oh my God, what is happening with my nose contour right now? I was kind of disappointed in the amount of products I feel like she is releasing at Ulta. Like it's not really a lot at all. So to me, I'm just like, I mean, if you're only gonna release a couple things, like I understand the store can't hold all of it, but I just was not a fan of the few things she was releasing. So I just wanted more. I'm just greedy. So I online shop for Kylie stuff. I don't think I've ever bought anything Kylie in the actual store. Have you guys tried Kylie Skin? Because I want to try it, but I'm in between because right now my face is in such a place that it's like, ugh. So I don't know that I really want to put something on that's not fantastic to my skin. Is it true that Kylie sold her brand to Cody? Or was that just a rumor? Oh, I don't know. I have heard that she did, but honestly, I have no idea. I don't know. I wonder if I can look that up. Hold on, I'm gonna see. So do not mind me because once I start sneezing, I'm gonna sneeze like 16 times. Bless you. Thank you. So big fan of blush, big fan. If you're not new here, big fan. Oh my God, it's not that dark in person because I've been seeing people speculate that Kylie Cosmetics could end up in Walmart. Oh my God. I would be so freaking mad because I spent a lot of money on her brand and for it just to freaking end up in Walmart, I'll be pissed. Like I could have just waited and saved my money and got it from Walmart. I don't know, but you know how the internet goes. So many rumors all the time. I don't ever know what's real and what's not on the internet, so I just don't listen to it because I just never know. So the reason, if you guys are wondering why I just did that, is because this blush was way too much. Way too much. I do love me a good blush moment, but that was a lot. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could be. I wouldn't be surprised, like, if she sold her company. I'd be very surprised to know that it was in Walmart, but as for it being sold, no. The thing is, I think she's a smart person when it comes to business. And here's my thing, or my thoughts on Kylie Cosmetics and brands like that and ColourPop. Yeah, I definitely don't know what's real anymore. Yeah, you never do because people just take something, they run with it, and they don't ever check facts. But I honestly think that companies like ColourPop and Kylie, the ones that continuously pump out products so fast without any in between, those are going to be companies that they're in like a couple years, you're going to forget that they existed. They're going to be sold in like smaller retail stores like TJ Maxx and stuff, or they're just going to be gone altogether because it's like, how did I say it to my husband the other day? Basically, they are making their money's worth while they're big. So a good thing doesn't last for a long time. What is the phrase I'm trying to think of? I can't think of it. I think it's like, I don't know how to explain it. If you know what I'm trying to say, thank you. If not, I'm trying. Basically, what I'm saying is they know that they're not gonna be popular or be in demand for a long time. So I think they're pumping out products and pumping out products and pumping out products. The same with Morphe. And in a couple of years, people are going to forget that they're even a thing. Like, I honestly wholeheartedly believe that with a lot of companies like ColourPop and Kylie and Morphe. I think that eventually there's going to be companies that come in and make more quality products. Not that ColourPop and Kylie don't, but I think that if they honestly took more time with their products instead of worrying about launching every week, that their products would be talked about a whole lot more. Like, if you think about it, think of a brand that doesn't really launch all the time, but then think about their products. I guarantee you like them way better. So like NARS, for instance. I love NARS. And NARS does not launch stuff all the time because I feel like it takes its time. The company takes its time and really works stuff out to get a good product out. Or like Fenty. Like, I'm really good with Fenty. So, you know what I mean? They don't launch every freaking 2 weeks and their products are amazing. I'm trying to find different brands. I'm looking up the Kylie thing, by the way. All right, so it does look like the Guardian. I don't know how accurate this is, so don't take me for freaking word, but Kylie Jenner makes $600 million from selling majority share in her beauty company. Owns Max Factor, and Sally Hansen has bought a 51%. The same company that owns Sally Hansen could own Kylie Cosmetic. That's funny. ABH stopped being as special to me now that I agree. That is one brand that I went from like really liking to absolutely not buying their stuff. The last time I bought an ABH palette, now I do buy their eyebrow stuff all the time because it's my favorite, but the last eyeshadow palette I bought, I want to say was the Riviera, and I did it for a review. So that was that. But I just feel like their products don't have, give me 1 second because it's gonna be hard to talk and do this. And this is Laura Lee's and Laura Lee Los Angeles liquid lipstick, I think it is. And it is pouty and nice. It's from her holiday collection. Her first holiday collection, by the way. She just launched one last Christmas. This is not it. It's just such a pretty spring look. Like spring color, you know what I mean? See, this is why I like editing videos instead of going live, because I can cut out the 8 hours it takes me to perfectly line my lips, because if it's crooked, I get really angry. It's just gonna have to be how it is, or we're gonna be here all day with me trying to line my lips perfectly. My lips are crooked. This side is straighter than this side, and I hate it. But needless to say, with ABH, the last one I got was the Riviera palette, and I kind of feel the same way. Like, I just feel like they stopped trying and they kept basically trying, I know it's moving, basically trying to keep up with the Joneses. Like, everyone else was producing all these products and they wanted to produce all these products. But I think the problem with doing that is you lose track of the quality that you offer, and now you're just worried about quantity. And that to me is a big no-no, because I would rather my favorite brands take half a year to a year to come out with something and I get a product that is stunning and beautiful than like this. Like, I feel like this is beautiful to look at, sure, but I shouldn't have had to take 20 minutes to put on a pastel color on top of white concealer. Like, that just doesn't, it drives me insane. So I'm gonna go on with this pink one right here, this one right here, and I'm gonna go on my under eye to give it like just a pretty springy look. But no, I definitely agree, ABH has become one of those. That whole Norvina volume, like, look at, that's not even the Norvina volume palettes, I guess they're called. I'm not really a fan. I did not buy them. I have no intention on buying them. I'm actually gonna go into the shimmer one. It's more coral right here, to see if that's a little bit more pigmented, because this is not doing it for me. So I didn't really buy any of those. I thought that some were pretty, and I'm sure the shadows, but I don't know. I've kind of just gotten over them, and honestly, because of how much makeup is launched in the freaking industry nowadays, it takes a lot to wow me. Like, this one wowed me because, like, the colors are just so stunning and beautiful. Like, they just stand out more than your normal shadow. Not crap, that's not nice. I'm using very negative terms. It turned out to be not my best choice. So I'm starting to really lose that excitement when, like, Trend Mood used to put, because I follow her on Instagram, when she used to post, I used to be so excited to see, like, what new stuff was coming out. And now I literally scroll past her feed, like her posts on my timeline or on my feed, because it's literally annoying. And not her, she's doing her job, she's doing what makes her money and what her consumers and followers want to see. But for me, it's like, oh my god, okay, more product, oh my god, okay, a new product. And it's so hard for the normal everyday consumer to even sit down and think about, like, well, what do I want to buy? So, you know, you have people who do this for a living or make up for a living, and they're gonna buy a lot of it because they have to, you know, keep up with everybody and they have to review it and da 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 da. And that was me for the longest time. I was like, oh my god, I have to get this, it's new, I have to get that, it's new, da 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 da. And I've just become to the point where it's like, I'm gonna work with what I have, I'm gonna get new stuff every once in a while, like, this is new. But what I'm not gonna do is have to freaking worry and struggle to get there and get on time and make sure I'm there for that launch. Like, I'm just not doing it. I can tell you, I have tried to get one Jeffree Star mystery box. It was like his first launch, and that was it. And I didn't want to do it anymore because that was the most ridiculous I've ever seen a website. That's the most ridiculous I've ever seen anything. And to me, it just wasn't worth the stress that I was feeling. So I just don't even try anymore. And people are like, oh, are you gonna get the Jeffree Star box and review it? No, I'm sure not. I'm sure not. First of all, I'm the type of person that, like, I want to, hold on, I'm trying to read this comment. Yeah, I definitely don't know if that's really more. I'm the type of person where I want to pick my makeup. Like, I don't mind BoxyCharm so much, but when you're a smaller company like Jeffree, you don't really have as many options as someone like BoxyCharm. So for me, I'd rather just pick my stuff out from you. I'm gonna go in with this gold yellow color on the inner corners. So that's just my opinion. I just prefer it that way. So I don't even try to get the boxes. I'm sure they're great. I've seen a lot of people love them. Oh my god, this shimmer is amazing. Do you see what I mean? Like, this palette's all over the place. Like, the shimmer is fantastic. So this palette, 100%, guys, is gonna be a no for me. If you don't already have it, do not buy it. Do not buy this palette. It's so oversaturated. We just can't keep up, LOL. Now I'm just buying things that I need or things. And that's exactly it. Now we're coming to a culture where minimalist or minimalizing things is actually more popular than buying everything. So I think that, unfortunately, a lot of companies are going to fall out because they have become so accustomed to the produce, purchase, where that's not how it is anymore. People want to spend less money. People only buy what they need. So I feel like it's gonna catch up to them in the long run. Like, assumptions, I guess. I'm trying to find my eyelash glue. I have a lot of assumptions on the makeup community and beauty influencer and all of that as a whole. And like, I honestly don't believe it's going to be much longer before it's just really not even a thing. People are gonna stop caring about makeup, at least to the extreme that they do now. You know, makeup is one of those things. I've been playing with makeup for a long time. I've loved makeup for a long time, but I will tell you, I have seen it come and go as a trend. So for example, 4 years ago is when it started to become really big again. And what I noticed is, like, no one really wore makeup around, at least where I live. No one really wore makeup. And then, you know, a couple years go by and then everyone's wearing makeup. Everybody, your doctor's wearing makeup, your kids' teachers are wearing makeup. Everyone is wearing makeup. Everyone can do makeup now, okay? That's what the belief of our community. Everyone can do makeup, everyone's buying makeup, and I think that given a year or two, it's gonna go back to where it was, to where very few people wear makeup. It's gonna be more of a natural, and it's just the way that makeup is, you know, it comes and goes in fads, just like any other trend. So it makes me sad because I love makeup and I love the community that makeup is built around, but unfortunately, it's one of those things that's not built to last. You know, makeup's real big right now, but I promise you, give it a year or two, and people be like, I don't even wear makeup anymore. I'm having a real tough time today. So I use my tweezers to put my lashes on, unless I have my nails done, which I do not today. Ooh, those are pretty. So see what I mean though? The color kind of came together a little bit. It doesn't look as like, ugh, with like my lashes and stuff on. So I'm telling you, you gotta wait until the end. Wait until the end and the whole look comes together. However, I still freaking hate this palette. Hate this palette. I'm gonna try to do another look. Probably not on live, obviously. We've been here for an hour, but I'm definitely gonna try to do another look with like the purples or something and the blues. Because if you, like I said, go under hashtag 35i palette on Instagram, and you're gonna see a crap ton of photos that this palette is like super pigmented and so stunning, but you're gonna see like a lot of photos where you're like, okay, that was 100% photoshopped, and I hate you for that. Because I bought this palette thinking, oh my god, it's so pigmented. Like even on stop it. Even on Morphe's site or Instagram page, they regrammed some girl who did a makeup look with this palette. 100% Photoshop, because I'm using the same exact color she did. 110% Photoshopped, because this color did not come out like that. And it's like, you know, I understand for business purposes, you gotta Photoshop, whatever. But as a beauty influencer, if you're Photoshopping your photos to the point of unrecognition or lying about the colors, then that isn't your job. You're lying. You're not being a beauty influencer. You're not promoting a product. You're lying. Plain and simple, and it pisses me off. Because like I use Photoshop. We all use Photoshop. Well, I don't use Photoshop. I use Facetune. But what I refuse to do, and it's probably why I'm not super big or have a large following on Instagram, is I refuse to FaceTime the colors of my eyeshadow. Now, if I feel like the light didn't hit one of my eyes the right way, I'll put like a little tone of color on there, but you know what I mean when I say Facetune my eyeshadow. Like sometimes I wonder if these people even have eyeshadow on, because you'll see they'll do like a video of them putting it on, and then they'll do the actual picture, and you're like, that doesn't even look the same. That's not even the same color that you just had in the video. So to me, that it's just lying. It's dishonest. And, you know, unfortunately, it's very popular, and a lot of people like to look at those photos because they are aesthetically pleasing. I will give them that, because they're bright and they're pretty, but they're not accurate when it comes to actually promoting the product itself. So I am not a fan of that, and I just will not do that. I won't do it, and I don't care if I never get recognized. I don't care if I don't get 1,000,001 followers. I really don't care. I'd rather sit here and be honest with you and tell you that a palette is shit, sorry for my language, when it is, instead of you going and wasting $25 of your hard-earned money on a company that I'm sure is going to make a shit ton of money whether you buy it or not. How do we look? What are we thinking? So for those of you who stuck around, some of you were probably like, I haven't even been here the whole time. But this is the look. This is the palette. I'll go ahead and swatch a couple more for you guys since I really only used like 2 or 3 colors. But honestly, I don't think that the swatching is going to do any justice to it, because the swatches look beautiful, but the pigmentation, it just doesn't come through. I will go ahead and buy a P. Louise white base and see if I can get better color off of that. But honestly, this palette was a big bust for me. Like, look at those. Oh my God, they're so beautiful, but I can guarantee you they don't look like that on the eye. I guarantee you this one is gonna look like this right here. And this one's gonna look like that. So this one might be okay, but this one. So these right here are the toppers I was telling you about. Topper, 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 and I think these two are toppers. This one that I already did earlier, and then this one right here. Topper. So they look pigmented, but once you really swatch them, they're just like a shimmery. I do like them though. They're very pretty. So those are really pretty. Let me wipe my hand here because I'm going to be going back in a little washcloth with some more swatches. So I'm going to go in with this one that I put on my eye because that one was bomb. Like, look at my inner corner. That's stunning. And then this one, which from the looks of it is not a topper because it's kind of thick. We'll see once I swatch it. Love the finish look. Thank you. I do kind of like it. It is very spring. I wish that it didn't take me as long to get the color to be as pigmented. So it's not a terrible palette. Is it my favorite? No. Is it worth money? No. Nope. I love the shimmers. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, the more and more I play with these shimmers, the more and more I like them. So that middle one is a topper. The one that I thought wasn't a topper, it is. But look at that green. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, I could have put that on my eyes. Okay, so let's see what else we got. We have this very weird blue that's like, it looks brighter on camera than it actually is. A very dull color. And I just realized there's a gray in here. Why do you have such dull colors in here? Unlike the rest of them are like, boing! Like these metallics, like these. And this one, this is gonna be stunning. Oh my God. It's actually not as dull as it looks. So those are gonna be the last three that I actually swatch. But if you guys want to see more, oh my God, I love this color. We're gonna swatch it with a brush though. Swatch it with a brush. That will tell whether or not it is legitimately gonna look like that. So let me find my hand. I love swatching things. Where is my flat? We're gonna go into this color. So we got some on there, and that's without any, there's nothing on here like concealer or anything like that as a base. So I'm gonna say the shimmers in this palette and the toppers are fantastic. I love them. And that makes up about half of the palette. So about half of it is shimmers and half of it is matte. So the shimmers I'm loving. This uber pressed glitter, I love that. I just, honestly, the mattes that I used, I was not a fan of. They did not blend out well. Even putting that almost white base on, it like, yeah, it did its job after I put 16 layers of blended eyeshadow on my eye. So for me, no, I would just skip this palette. I do love the shimmers. I have to give them that. I won't lie to you. The shimmers are really pretty. Like, look at this inner corner. But for the rest of this palette, do not waste $25. There's so many other Morphe palettes that they have that you're gonna just get better quality from all around versus this palette. Their 35L palette. It's $39, but it's really, really nice. You get a lot of different colors. The James Charles palette is better than this one. And I don't really care for that one. Not that it's anything wrong with it. It's just I don't use it. But that one's better than this one. This is just, it's so pretty to look at. And I had such high hopes. And the actual look and color turned out really well. But it's not just the overall look that I'm worrying about achieving. It's the path to get there. So if my eyeshadow turns out beautiful, like it did, but it took me way too many layers, way too much work to get that color to show up kind of how I wanted, not exactly how I wanted, then a palette just isn't for me. So if you guys have this one, if you're watching on the replay, if you have this one and you did not have this kind of trouble, I did see some girls say apply the matte with your finger. Well, now I have a crap ton on, but I think that that actually worked. So hold on a second. Oh, son of a hoot. You gotta be joking. Look at that. If you guys are gonna get this, or if you have it and you're having the same trouble, use your finger, because apparently your finger will put it on pigmented than a brush. So here's my thing. I don't mind doing that with my shimmers. I'm not doing that with my mattes. I think that that's great that I know that it works with my finger, but the problem is with your mattes, how you gonna blend it out with your fingers? As soon as you put that brush on to blend it, it's gonna fade out. So if you have it, just keep working with it. Build those colors up. If you don't have this, do not buy this. I mean, obviously I can't tell you what to do, but what I'm telling is I'm recommending that you don't buy this. I shouldn't have to use my fingers for a matte. A shimmer, fine. A glitter, fine. A matte, I've never, in my history of makeup, blended out an eyeshadow, a matte eyeshadow with my finger. So if you guys have this and you're watching the replay, go ahead and comment below and let me know if you had any issues with the mattes or if they were great. Maybe I just got a bad launch, a bad batch. I have a terrible time thinking of phrases. I should probably just stop trying to use them all around. But just let me know what you guys think about it. Do you have it? Are you gonna get it? Let me know. I don't recommend it. I think it was the biggest waste of $25 I've ever done. But the end look looks really nice. Like I said, it's just the path to get there was way more than I was willing to pay. So take that into account. I had to put on several layers of this color, but I hope you guys liked it. I'm glad that you guys stopped by to spend Saturday with me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys later. Bye.